Namaste and welcome, beloveds. To the power of the celebration of the light within that we share. That single thought that we are joined by light, the abject power of that, is the reminder of what can never be divided. Thank you for Jesus for bringing us together in this holy purpose of the reminder that the only salvation is in the truth of our identity, who we are, infinite light. And that all the power is in focusing on the light that we are. To see that the denials are unreal, they don't exist in truth. In the light, can denials that the light exists be found? So as we drop all ideas, all thoughts, all emotions, all pictures, and just see what's here already, as everything just falls away so simply, as Jesus points to in lesson 44, many of the lessons he's pointing. Here's the circle of our brothers at Namaste Lake Shapala, who come in deep, join you in the deepest devotion. The only purpose this world has is this light. There is no other purpose here but these blessed beings, beings of light so devoted to the Christ mind. It's a beautiful lesson again today. Lesson 120 is review, morning and evening review of lesson 109. We come together to rest in God. Today's lesson is I rest in God. I rest in the light within my brother. It's beautiful. The dogs have come in here. They know. The dogs have come in for satsang. I mean, it really is. They can't stay away. It's really adorable. Here, I'm going to show it to you. So I don't know if you can see her down there on the foot. They do what they want. And then Gracie's sitting over here. Okay. So she comes in, joining in the light. Look, she knows her tail's going. Can they see? Okay, good. Okay, very good. There's little Lucy on the floor. So I noticed that too. We'd be sitting in satsang with a friend, and her cat would just keep going by like this. Like those animals, they just know where the truth is. They really do. They're such great symbols of all that is. Just being who they are. They don't try to be anything else. It's like I saw a squirrel on my deck one day, and I realized that thing's more enlightened than I am. Because it just, they just get on with it. Like something happens, you ever notice that? Literally, I'm sitting watching on the deck. This hawk flies down like this, a hawk, and the squirrel flies off the deck, and then just come back, calmly eats. Like not miss a beat, That's our only function. I rest in God. It's like that squirrel is doing a better job. The squirrel doesn't tell a whole story about, okay, did you see that hawk that almost got me? It doesn't relive that. It just kind of, okay. I'm fine. Just continues on. It's very like, goes back to Zen really quickly. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Very humbling. Just watch animals. They know what they're doing. Then and you come to pet them, like completely lie back with their stomach exposed. That feels like resting in God, resting in my brother. Complete naked. Go without an idea of anything. Oh my gosh, so light. I rest in God today and let him work in me and through me. The only one that's yelling about that is the one that doesn't exist. Because when you really start looking, it's like, oh my gosh, this is grace. Jesus, is there any desire or any belief that I cannot rest in God? In my mind, I'm willing to. You're just that resting lets us know that any thought other than complete rest, not a twitch, just like the dogs are lying down, dogs are like this. Oh, that's our function 24/7. It's so great. I mean, it's just so humbling. I think I might have mentioned this. Brahmana Maharshi and then Lakshmi the cow, and he's just telling everybody this cow's already enlightened. What a great symbol that is. It's already here, unless we deny it, that we can rest in God all the time, 24/7. I rest in God today and let his work in me and through me while I rest in him quiet. Jesus, is there any desire to deny quiet? This quiet restfulness. I'm willing to see it. Hand that over to my brother's holy feet. While I rest in him in quiet and perfect certainty. Let's notice any tension that comes up over the words perfect certainty. Jesus, do I have any doubt thoughts about perfect certainty? Have I made any investments in the desire to experience something other than perfect certainty? I'm just willing to see it. In the light of divine being that's shared here, that we are, that we celebrate, with that thought, I and my brother are one. I and the Father are one. In the light. Does the light know anything other than resting in God? In our direct experience is the light of divine being. Does the light of divine being know anything other than quiet? This infinite light that we are, that we came to celebrate here and to see in our brother, know anything other than perfect certainty. Jesus is reminding me that it requires an investment in hatred not to experience perfect certainty all the time. Jesus, is there any investment below my level of awareness and hatred in an experience, desire for experience of hatred? Lesson 110. I am as God created me. Feel the holiness in this truth. Jesus, will you show me any doubt thoughts below my level of awareness that I am not as God created me, perfect, whole, and complete? Will you show me any desire I have had to experience myself not as God created me? Infinite, timeless being. Is there any desire to experience something other than infinite, timeless being? I am God's Son. We are God's Son as one. Pure, holy, complete. Today I lay aside all sick illusions of myself, the desire to experience limitation, the desire for an experience of hatred, the desire to experience anger, the desire to experience suffering, the desire to experience an other, the desire to experience a world apart from myself. I lay these gently in your holy hands and the hands of my brother. desire to experience vulnerability, the desire to experience sickness, the desire to experience pain. Today I lay aside all sick illusions of myself and let my Father tell me who I really am. All is given me. On the hour, I rest in God. And in resting in God, in my brother, I rest in God. On the half hour, I am as God created me. Infinite peace, infinite love, infinite joy. I will cast no darkness upon this holy door. The door that's always open to me is granted by the Father. Unless I reach my hand forth and close it to myself. I am as God created me. Amen. Now, Jesus is asking us all to speak as that divine light, to speak as truth itself, because that's our function. Speak as the light. The light that's the only truth there is. So I feel to open this to all the lights, the light beings, the bearers of light that are here that bear truth in their heart. All beings being capable of seeing past the shadows, past the stories, past the ideas. Not some idea of what the light is, as the light, as truth, beyond the concepts. Would anyone like to speak today? Thank you, Marguerite. I'll turn it around so everyone can see you. Well, as many as possible.
Well, what I just realized is that I am so grateful that because there's still a lot of disbelief, and that I just realized that what I need to hear is just said through, well, let's say your mouth right now, so that I am being convinced to really step into purpose. And I just felt a lot of gratefulness for all of you, and yeah, something just changed, like, yeah, just being very grateful that because I can't hear it myself yet, that it is still told through my brother to me. So thank you.
Thank you, beloved,
Thank you.
for bringing your light to us. Would anyone else like to speak today? Regina, would you share from my heart today?
Yeah, I don't know how to say, but I think as more as I join in, I can really I'm really open for all the desires to step, yeah, to see them and to let Jesus, to give it all to Jesus. And I can feel the love, so much love right now.
Thank you, beloved. We love you, Regina. It's so beautiful to have you join us. Every one of you is so precious. Oh my gosh. We see that everyone's so needed for this. Everyone plays such a valuable part in this, just as Jesus says. We thank you for joining us. Does anyone else have something they would feel? No? Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to share with you from my own experience that there are a lot of times when it just feels like things are just bland, nothing's happening, or actually even actively closing me down. I know it happens. You can feel it lots of times. But there's this, in this kind of joining, there is this willingness to drop it, this willingness to invite Jesus in. And it's worth pursuing. It's worth being consistent about. It changes us. It's just that willingness. It has to, because it's the only thing that's real. And all we're doing is acknowledging what's real. So I'm seeing in my brothers around me this transition occurring. And I'm joining in that. And that's exactly what we're doing. And it's following our purpose. It is our function. It's the only reason we're here. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I remember when I met Muji first, and see why this is coming up. So, putting their head at his feet, and I thought, oh, I really like this guy, but that ain't gonna happen here. This is going to be one of those times Jesus showed me I'm wrong. So, but I listened to him, and, he was going around giving eye darshan, looking at everyone. It's like, I just don't get that either. I don't get it. Who is speaking? We're starting to catch the one who's speaking. So that night I went and laid down and did this. He instructed really marinate in this light as infinite being. And this, the love, it's just a symbol of the spaciousness for God, right? And I felt this love, and I thought, oh, that's love of Muji. And I realized, no, that's not love of Muji. That's not love of person. That's God's love for all. So, needless to say, the next day when I went to express that in satsang, my head was happily at his feet, like your knees. He would say this: when you feel God moving you, your knees bend automatically. And you start to see that you start realizing for here, okay, I can't say I started to realize the Holy God, that's starting to happen. That's every brother. Where your head wants to go to their feet. Because of what they bring to you in this world. It's like, wow, that's how that, it needed humility because that arrogance, right? It was perfect for here because of the arrogance. However, those symbols came in form of seeming or Muji, or you start to see all it is in that humility with your brother. Because the arrogance blocks the seeing of this infinite light. This light doesn't know what arrogance is. Arrogance is just a symbol for fear. Or the denial, it's actually a desired experience to deny divinity. I guess we discover that when we discover it. Because the light's still here. You were going, no, I'm not going into the light. And I'm not going to go. I'm going to resist. I'm going to hold. I'm not going to do it. And then you go, wait a minute. The light's still here. Is the light still here even when I'm going, I don't want to be there? And that's why we laugh. We start to laugh at the sky. Oh my gosh, it's still here. Even if I scream, even if I yell, even whatever, the light's still here that we share. So, so thank you. Thank you for your beautiful reflections. And the reminder that true humility is abject joy. Abject joy. Celebration, nothing else. Whereas in the mind of the ego, to be humble is horrific. Thank you. We love you so much. Such a joy to join every day.